Hello Capricorn, welcome to June 2018. I'm making apologies for the lack of quality for my equipment this month. It'll probably be this way this month and next month. Also, I'm not doing an intro simply just because. Now, in lieu of the intro, I decided to do a meditation, or I am doing meditations before I do each sign's reading, more in depth than normal. And I really had to ask myself what Capricorn really needed to know, what it was that they were supposed to expect. And I feel like the message, and even weirdly as I was shuffling, as soon as this entered my mind, this card came out, and it was to live well. Because we know we've got Pluto and Saturn retrograde in your sign. Last year was tough for everybody. And now it really is time for you to experience an expansion in the good things in life. And with Uranus entering into your fifth house is a house of pleasure, of entertainment, of fun and creativity. And then I do feel like you are coming in contact, or will come in contact very shortly, with a lot of things that have seemed, I don't want to say out of reach, but maybe you've been numb to them in the recent past. And now it's time for you to start feeling pleasure from those things again. We all know what you're capable of. We know what you can do. We know what you've been doing. But now it's time for you to discover really what's possible. And to enjoy as much as you can, and to relax as much as you can, to celebrate your success, to celebrate the things that you've worked so hard for, and to just let the good things happen as they're meant to happen. I feel like you've had this paradigm shift because you've been fighting for so long, and almost in a weird way, and this won't apply to all of you, but it feels like you've kind of reached the top of the mountain. And there's a sense of like, okay, now what? Now what? And the universe is like, just relax. Because I know you haven't taken any breaks the past couple years. I know you haven't. You're a powerhouse. You push through. That's what you do. That's your Saturn rulership, that you're constantly under this sort of slave driver influence, But that was purposeful. Your soul chose to come and to experience that and to do that. And, that's something that you'll need to really just take in stride. The Eight of Swords, C, is reversed, and it indicates that paradigm shift that I'm talking about, right? It represents no longer are you trapped in any kind of tunnel vision whatsoever. No longer are you feeling suffocated. No longer are you feeling trapped. You may still be dealing with the same issues, right? It's not like everything just magically disappears in 1 second and all of a sudden your life is like so much better, right? I mean, no, the issues still continue. But for some reason, they don't really seem as big of a deal as they had in the past. They seem more manageable, more doable. Man, I think this guy's come out in every single reading with the exception of one. And he's giving me mixed vibes. In some readings, he's really good. In other readings, he's a tough one, and he's either or. There's no middle ground here. He represents an extreme. There's the reversal factor always gives me kind of the bad vibes, There's either a fear element, or you're dealing with someone still. This is probably, again, still remnants of your past year or two. You know, an ex, or a business issue that just really won't go away, a nasty client, or a lawsuit, or something, you know, something that in the past swallowed you. But it doesn't have that power over you anymore. Nine of Pentacles. You're in control here. I think there's this shift in the way you see this person, the way you see this situation, and you say, in a way, I'm getting like this, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for this person. See, this Uranus transit, and also the Chiron transit that we can't forget that happened as well, is now in Aries, right? These two transits really did earmark a new era. And a lot of people don't like it. They don't like the energy that's at play. They don't like the feelings that they're getting. They don't like this sense of restlessness. They don't like the fact that they're not winning. They don't like the feeling that they're feeling so restless, but also there's so much stagnation. People that are paying attention to the energy, or who are more conscious and self-aware, understand the purpose of stagnation, right? It's preparation. But a lot of people are acting out, you know, they're saying nasty things, they're making nasty or threatening comments, they're grasping at straws out of desperation to keep things the same, right? And these are the people that are getting hit really hard, because Uranus is absolutely not going to allow things to be the same. No way, no chance in hell. Like, that's not going to happen. So you can either float with the wave, right? Or you can get smashed up against the rocks. But either way, that water's coming. They are in their own kind of world, their own little delusion. And it is dark, it is weird. It's weird for everyone. I'm saying that to every sign. The energy is fully charged, but there's no outlet, right? Like, there's nowhere for that charge to go. So people are kind of creating outlets. They're fabricating things, fabricating issues, fabricating problems, simply to keep their restlessness stimulated, I guess. But you are going to need that energy later on, because you're coming into a very creative place. Your approach to life is going to be very, very different. The way you express yourself is going to be very different. Your ego, you're going to come into a much higher understanding of your ego as well, and an understanding of the way your ego is used as a tool. And if you overfeed it, or if you starve it, either way, you're doing yourself a disservice. The more and more you understand your ego, the more and more beneficial, or the more benefit you have, right? I mean, because the ego is very, very useful, but here you're dealing with someone who doesn't know what their ego even is. They understand the words, they understand the concept, but intrinsically they don't understand. And they're trying to feed their ego, right? And in many ways, they probably are trying to suck your resources away from you, but you're standing firm. I don't think they're going to be able to really do that. They are living in their own delusion, and they're kind of making their situation worse by doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? You're very psychically connected to this person, I feel, and their motivations, like, everything is so transparent. Like, you can just see right through it. Yeah. And here's the 5th house representative, the house of Leo, Taurus. For you Capricorn ascendants, is Taurus is nestled happily in the 5th house. And it's you are primed for growth, but I think more so the happiness factor gets a boost. It comes with, you know, there's light and dark to everything, and the light and dark is being represented here, the masculine and the feminine. And so with every gain, there also is a loss as well. But I think that loss in a weird way has already happened for many of you, whether on a mental level or actually manifested in real life. But that loss has already occurred. You've already gone through that process. You represent the sunshine in this reading, Capricorn. You represent the strength. You represent the happiness. See, there is a letting go. There's a surrender, finally. Capricorn, I think that's one thing that maybe you've really needed to do. It's so not like you. This is so completely out of character to surrender. And I know that you're like, I really deserve happiness, because you do. We all do. We all deserve love and compassion. You know, we all deserve a way to enjoy this experience. I'm seeing a very relaxed energy from you in spite of the upheaval. I got this vibe from Scorpio too. And I don't know why, but I do feel a very significant connection with these 3 signs specifically, Virgo, Capricorn, and Scorpio. And that's not like a personal thing because I have personal planets in some of them, but it's an observational quality that I've seen, where there is this chill factor in the face of adversary. It's a chill factor that not a lot of people have. And that's kind of what I'm observing here. In the face of change, in the face of difficulty, in the face of trauma or stress, you keep warmth. You keep stability, and you are the rock for everyone else. This person really can't handle your light right now. This person can't deal with your happiness, right? This is not, I'll clarify this in the comprehensive, okay? And I'll also clarify the 4 of Pentacles, like what that really means, what that release really means, that quote unquote giving up, if you will. There's a lot of indication here that someone is going by the wayside. And for you, it's like, oh, finally. Like, finally, they're going away. And it's almost like they're trying to go out with a bang, but in reality, they're going out with a whimper. And there's this realization that there's really nothing you can do to help them. Like, they've made their bed and it's time for them to lay in it. And you're like, you know what? Forget it. I want to enjoy my life for once, because it's been an insane 8 years. An insane, I mean, so many changes. This has also been coming out a lot. An insane amount of revision and upset and just all sorts of things. See, I'm loving the 7 of Swords because it indicates to me that you have no fear. And you're not a fearful sign anyway. Capricorn doesn't get afraid, you know, the way that maybe a more sensitive sign might be fearful of something, right? Like maybe a Pisces or even like a Gemini, right? This is a card of Gemini, is very finicky and very affected by revision to the script, you know, and but a hard Saturn ruled person is just like a rock. I feel like some of you have experienced significant death in your life. For some of you, it might be an actual passing away. For some of you, it might be like truly shedding of a new skin, shedding of an old skin, excuse me, the way a snake sort of slithers out of its old skin. A lot of pain. I know Capricorn has experienced a great deal of pain. And I think once and for all, that really is coming to an official close. And the remnants of this, kind of the after whatever of this Uranus and Aries transit that ended in me on May 15th, there's still a little bit of fallout, but it's not that much. Seven of Swords. Your fears and your doubts are so well controlled and so well understood. Like there's this, they still exist, they're still here, but now I can use them as a tool for progress rather than becoming victimized by them. I don't think anyone's learned as much as the Capricorns have over the past year. I don't think that's possible. Sagittarius got hit pretty hard too. Now Aquarius is kind of on the radar with the Saturn and stuff and going on in the 12th house, but really you guys have been at the forefront of so much, and you're going to come off the agenda when Pluto leaves your sign in 2023. You know, like that's when Capricorn is going to finally get that like real easing up, and then it's Aquarius's turn. But again, remember that it really was your soul that chose to come and have these specific experiences. So there's no need for you to feel victimized, but rather empowered. And that's where I think that you finally are feeling that sense of empowerment, which is so exciting. There is work to be done. There always is work to be done. Always, always, always. Okay. I am getting a lot of mental, because we're getting like, here's Gemini, a card of Gemini. Here's also a card of Gemini, and here's a card of Aquarius. Okay. I said this in Sagittarius too. So like numbers 2, 3, 4 are the cardinals. 5, 6, 7 are the fixed. 8, 9, 10 are the mutables. Okay, so, but this is air qualities. So I'm getting a lot of mental, like this has been a lot of mental gymnastics for you. You've had to figure out how to use your mind as a mechanism to accomplish certain things. And it has been a true test of your self-mastery. It has been a true test of mind power. Whatever this person has brought to the table, this is not a friendly thing at all. Whoa. And there's the self-master, right? And there's way too many. I'm not going to pull all those. But the Magician is the mental alchemist, the one who understands the alchemical process of polarization, remaining toward the light, toward the positive rather than toward the negative, remaining toward the path of love and higher vibrations, as opposed to continuing to fester in whatever this person is trying to get you to, you know, they're trying to pull you back, they're trying to get you more invested. Now, this is the thing that's going on with everyone. The doors that you're waiting to open, they don't seem to be opening right away. While the planets are continuing to get settled over the course of the next several months, you're gonna feel so charged. We've got Mars going retrograde in June, late June. You're gonna feel like, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, I gotta go, I gotta go. And for some reason, things just aren't gonna really take hold. And that's why I'm saying, like, it's really time for you to change your approach to life, because you do deserve a break. You can continue doing what you're doing. You can continue on your same path. But right now is probably not the best time for you to be making major changes, just because you can really feel the energy is just so different now. It's charged but calm at the same time. And if you're quiet and you're sitting there, if you're dealing with people and you're listening to how people are handling stuff, like, you'll notice it. You'll notice how anxious people are, and yet you'll see that the doors aren't opening for them either. Got 2 coming out. And the King of Swords. That's you. King of Swords has also been making an appearance. It's a card of Aquarius. High Priestess coming out. To me, whenever she comes out reversed, I'm like, something's bubbling up to the surface and there's no way to contain it. There is an element of secrecy here with this person. It's possible they're keeping a secret from you, or they're doing something kind of shady behind your back. There's an element of the magic, you know, good and bad magic can be included here. There is an element of doing one thing with one hand and then doing another thing behind their back. That's not going to be able to stay contained for very long. The secrets will come out. The information will adjust. The universe doesn't like lies, doesn't like secrets, can't handle it. The scales need to be balanced, and the scales can only be balanced with the presence of truth. And I feel like this is you. See how much stronger you are than the Knight of Swords, how much more calm you are, how less aggressive you are becoming, because you've been pushing, right? Push, go, gotta make it happen, gotta make it happen, gotta make it happen, gotta fight, gotta fight, gotta fight. I mean, this has been your mantra for the past 2 or 3 years, maybe longer for some of you. And now it's like all of you are like, I'm tired. You know, it adds up. It adds up. And it compounds and it compounds and it compounds. So I don't see any stress for you regarding the lack of open doors, or the delay of open doors, the delay of projects. A King of Swords knows that things will happen in their own time. It understands the economic cycles. It understands the energetic cycles. It understands the cycles of other people. It even understands, see, that's the thing, is like, I think you totally get this person. You have no idea what the heck they're doing, but you totally get them. There's no transparency. I mean, there's nothing but transparency, rather. There's clairvoyance, like you understand, okay? A lot to be clarified. I'll clarify this High Priestess and the Wand in the comprehensive as well, especially the Death card. So if you want to join me there, I'll put the link down below. If not, then I will see you guys next month. Thank you so much. Take care.